What's up, Internet? Day 2. So, if I want to win a Grammy with my band Church Burglars, I gotta have a plan. And in order to have a plan that's effective, you gotta follow through. So what I have behind me are the 3 types of goals that I made for myself to help me achieve goals and help me follow through with my plans. Hopefully it helps you too as well if you're stuck in your life and need some kind of system to get you through. Stick around because I'm going to tell you what I'm doing and how I'm going to follow through. So, what are these 3 types of goals? They are goals for my body, goals for my mind, and goals for my spirit. Now, you may be asking, why did I organize them this way? It's because a lot of people talk about, achieving your higher self, enlightenment, blah, blah, blah. But how do you actually go about doing that? The way that I've looked at it is you can't build a house from the top down. You have to start from the bottom up. And the bottom, to me, is our body, our physical body that we're living in. So that's where I decided to start. Physical body, how can I make my body operate better? So the way to do that, for me at least, is I want to move with more freedom. What that means is I've had tight hips since I was young from playing drums. I've had a tight lower back. Flexibility in general has not been great for me. That's the thing I'm mainly focusing on. Strength has never been really an issue for me. I'm a strong guy, but it's never been something that I really wanted to focus on. It's always been more agility and just feeling comfortable in everyday movement, especially when you're on stage. You want to be able to move freely. You want to be able to, have a good time. So now comes the question of how do we actually move with more freedom? And for me, it comes down to exercise and nutrition. For me personally, I think a good goal to have is 5 days a week at the gym consistently, because consistency has been my biggest problem. So the way I wanted to break that up is 2 days of strength training where I focus on the posterior chain specifically, because that's going to help with tight hips. It's going to help with my lower back. It's going to help overall with flexibility in the long term. And then 3 days of agility training. That's where I do my jump and rope. That's where I do a little bit of boxing, a little bit of martial arts training, that kind of fun stuff. And then nutrition wise, I've always struggled with the nutrition aspect because eating healthy has always felt like an inconvenience. And so what I've started to do is I've started to actually track the unhealthy things I eat, because that then makes the unhealthy things the inconvenience. You get what I mean? So a lot of times people get stuck in counting macronutrients, counting calories, blah, blah, blah. I don't do any of that. I stopped doing that because it's too much upkeep. Instead, what I'm doing is I'm tracking the unhealthy things, because now the unhealthy foods become the inconvenience. So naturally, I just want to eat healthy because I'm lazy and I don't want to track, the cheeseburgers and all that. Track the junk food we eat. That's a big one. Always have protein with every meal, just some kind of protein. Never eat without protein. And I found that not eating sitting down helps me. So what I mean by that is when I make food or have a snack, I will block out that time to be just doing that. And what that does is it then takes me out of a workflow. It takes me out of a passive flow of eating where, I'm just snacking on something while I'm doing something else, and then you end up overeating. So what I do is I intentionally stand up and eat. So I'll make something and I'll just eat it at the counter. It's very simple. So that's the real things that I'm working on: exercise, nutrition. The goal is movement with freedom. Feeling free in my physical body, being able to move freely. So after we work on our body, we work on our mind. And for me, working on my mind means organizing my business plan and organizing my strategy on how to win a Grammy. That's what we're here for. So for me, it always comes down to what can I do right now that will get me closer to my end goal. So for me, what I'm doing for you lovely people is expanding social media presence. That's been a big thing for me. I am so technologically deficient. It's horrible. I'm only 23 years old and I do not know how to use social media. YouTube is a struggle for me. Instagram is a struggle for me. But I'm trying to figure it out because you have to in this day and age. And I'm approaching it like something I have to learn for my business as opposed to, you know, quote unquote social media. So, expanding social media presence, that's a big thing. And then booking quality gigs. And what I mean by quality gigs is gigs that will help us build an audience. So, for example, Church Burglars, check it out, any streaming service. We've been playing a lot. We've been out gigging. And, you know, we're making a little bit of money from it, but the money isn't representative of the audience that we're building. You know, we're basically getting people on accident coming to our shows, which is cool. It's nice. But I really want to focus on building a real fan base, building an organic fan base of real people who love real music. So that's the focus. How do we actually do that? I don't totally know, but we're here to figure it out. I think first thing we need an audience. We need to play in front of more people. That's a standard, you know. If you don't play in front of anybody, nobody's going to know about you. What that means is that, you know, just because a gig doesn't pay, if it's beneficial for exposure or for an opportunity, it's a good gig. So audience exposure and opportunities, that's what I'm trying to focus on when it comes to booking gigs. Not so much the financial aspect. I'm very fortunate in that I have a part-time job which pays all of my bills, but I would like to be making my living off of music. I would like to be a full-time musician. That's my goal by the end of this year, so that by the end of next year, we got that Grammy, baby! So anyway, expanding social media presence. How am I going to go about that? Well, we've obviously got the YouTube stuff we're doing, and I'm just going to start simple. I'm just going to live stream shows that we're doing on our Instagram, on our TikTok. I don't know the slightest thing about TikTok, so if anyone wants to comment and give TikTok pointers, go ahead, because I know nothing about TikTok. I'm so far out of the loop on that. But I just want to upload shows, and the focus of the content I want to put out is, you know, why should I see this band? You know, why should people spend money to come see us? We're entertaining. If I do say so myself, we put on a pretty great live show. And I want the fans to feel like they're a part of something. I want it to feel like a community of people that are joining the Church Burglars family. After shows, I like going up and talking to people. I like meeting them. I just follow people back on Instagram because I like keeping up with what our fans are doing. And if there's a way we can work with our fans to help them achieve some kind of goal, I would love to do that. So, entertaining and part of something. That's the main strategy. The other thing that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to start a podcast. Problem is, I know nothing about podcasts either. But that's okay, because everything is nothing until it's something. So, my idea for the podcast is I want to bring people on to basically do this sort of thing that I'm doing right here with myself, which is find a way to achieve the goals they're trying to achieve. So I want to have people who, first off, have a goal that they're trying to reach, and second off, may either be stuck in it or may not have the resources, so that me and this podcast guest can work together to build something together and achieve some kind of goal, because I love achieving things. I love accomplishing things, and I want to help other people do that. So that's the goal. Quick rundown. What can I do right now with my business to get further ahead? And that's book quality gigs and expand social media presence. That's what I'm doing right now. And so now, the last type of goal we have is goal for our spirits. Now, what does that mean? Well, spirit is an abstract thing, and so the goal for my spirit is kind of an abstract thing, and I just want to enjoy more moments. I want to enjoy all of the process of life. And so the way for me to do that is to see that there's beauty in imperfections. Now, what does that actually mean? Seeing things as imperfect doesn't mean that they're bad. You know, because I get caught up in, being a perfectionist, basically. And being a perfectionist is what kept me back from doing this kind of thing, posting online, because I wanted everything to be perfect. I wanted it to be great. And, I'm starting to realize that the beauty is in the imperfections. I know these videos aren't great. I know that they're not the highest quality. But that's okay, because there's beauty in me trying to figure it out. And there's beauty in the imperfections of what I'm making. So, seeing the beauty in the imperfections. And part of what that is taking life slow. Me, I'm a big music guy, so if I'm just out and about listening to music over the loudspeaker at the grocery store, take a moment to really listen to it, because music is a gift, and I'd be doing a disservice to not appreciate it wherever it is. It's a blessing to be able to hear. And, your standard motivational quotes, the journey is better than the destination. I'm really trying to live that. I'm trying to enjoy the journey, and that's why, I'm starting to enjoy this. I'm starting to enjoy making these videos for you. It may be nobody watches them, but that's okay, because I'm enjoying it. And lastly, I forget a lot of times that I'm a musician because I love music. I forget that sometimes because I get so caught up in the business side of it, and I get caught up in all of the work that's associated with it, that I stop enjoying the music part. So I'm trying to remember that I'm a musician because I love music, and I'm an entrepreneur because I love people. And if I approach both of those from a place of love, then it's not work, because if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. So here we are, loving what we do. Those are the 3 types of goals: body, mind, spirit. Comment down below if you think I'm full of shit, or if you think this might help you out. And if you like the video, please feel free to share it with other people. Church Burglars, check it out. churchburglars.com. Check out our album, Subconsciously Conscious. I've got some links down below in the description. And just, follow us on Instagram. See what we're doing. If you're in Los Angeles, come see us for a show. If you're not in Los Angeles and want us to play for you, shoot us a message and we'll fly out to you. So thank you all for listening so much. I hope this helps. I hope that, you're having a great day. I hope you're having a great day. I don't know what I'm saying. Thank you guys so much for listening. Like the video, comment, share it with people. Have a great day.